Hello, my lovelies. This is going to be our weekly love reading. We're going to have this be a collective. It's for everybody. As always, use your gift of discernment. What fits? What are you trying to force? We don't want to force anything. Be open to the message. Take what fits, leave the rest. And if it isn't for you, then leave it and go forward in peace. Okay? All right, Spirit, show them what they need to see. Singles, couples in separation, twin flames and soulmates, or anybody that needs a message. Tell them what they need to see, what's happening this week for them in love. What are you bringing in for them? What do they need to see? What do they need to know? What is the message for my collective this week? What is happening? Show them what they need to see. What is the message? Ooh. Well, somebody could have a lot of options when it comes to love, but it's crucial and critical, Spirit is saying, that you choose wisely. You don't want to wind up 50 years down the road with someone that is a snake, right? You don't want to wind up with somebody who you can't trust, who's no good for you. So trust your instincts and trust your intuition. If it feels off, it more than likely is. All right. We also need to make rest a priority. You're burnout. You're exhausted. So we've got to take better care of ourselves. And sometimes that means having some boundaries and having courage to speak up for ourselves. I feel like some of you have had to be really strong through some really difficult times that were extremely confusing for you. And some of you have been through the ringer when it comes to love, and you've dealt with a lot of pain, a lot of heartbreak, backstabbing, and betrayal. And I feel like that's soon going to be a thing of the past. Some of you are in very single, solitary energy. You don't want love and commitment, and that's totally okay. Sometimes we choose ourselves and we're extremely happy just doing things solo. For others of you, you do want things like marriage and commitment. Some of you are already coupled up. Some of you are already married. But for some of you, you're going to dance to the beat of your own drum. You're going to just do things your way, and that's totally okay. Some of you feel really stuck and trapped in a current situation or partnership. And I feel like some of you need to see the reality that you always have a choice if you don't want to be there. Spirit's saying you don't have to participate if you don't want to. So you always have a choice to go forward. I feel like some of you are more focused on your goals, your dreams, your aspirations, and your finances because you want to be able to be, strong on your own. You don't want to have to rely on someone else. But work could be frustrating you. There's lots of frustrations around work and money. Keep going if it's worth it to you. And if it's not, throw in the towel and put your energy someplace where it's going to be more reciprocated. I feel like if you're confused about love right now, that you need to take some time by yourself and really think about what it is that you're looking for. Do you desire a connection? Do you wish to be single? Do you really want what you currently have, or is there something that drastically needs to change? And can you be honest with yourself to actually make those changes going forward? Change can be scary and intimidating, but it can also be glorious and beautiful on the other side. What if you made a change today that reflected in a week, and all of a sudden night and day difference happens and things drastically improve for the better? It can happen, but you have to make a conscious decision. So what are you manifesting? I feel like somebody's about to get a lot of attention. I feel like there has been this really dark period in love for a lot of us, and I feel like we're about to come into the light. I feel like the pain is something that, that's a weird way of putting it. My guide always kind of gives me input when I channel with the cards. So he's saying that this is part of the refining process, that we're burning away or we're cutting away the things in our life that have caused us so much pain, but the pain is what caused us to evolve. And so without all these trials and tribulations and pain and torture that we've survived, we would not have evolved. We had to go through these dark nights of the soul, these evolutions, in order to transform and become who we were meant to be, in order to meet the people who are meant to be in our life, or to actually be able to find the love that we crave, that we desire. So you have a choice. You always have a choice. Can you see things for what they are? Can you remove the blindfold and pick a path that works best for you? One path leads to happiness and stability and celebrations and new beginnings. For some of you, it will be celebrating union with your forever person. For others of you, you have to first have the courage to walk away from what's not serving you and be able to stand on your own 2 feet. But that is the change that has to happen to get to the good stuff. Remember that the change is necessary in order for you to evolve. Some of it happens quickly. Some of it is very shocking and surprising. The Tower comes to disrupt or destruct anything that is in your path that is not meant for you, so that you can actually transform for the better. And it's going to get a whole lot better. So don't fear the change, embrace the change, and go with the flow wherever Spirit is guiding you to be, because they're guiding you towards a lot of stability. They're also guiding you towards what looks like a lot of abundance. The 10 of Pentacles is like an inheritance, a lottery win, lacking for nothing. So that is the 5D that we are evolving into. But the change had to, we had to facilitate that change in order to get there. What else do they need to see about love this week? Spirit, show them what they need to see. Yeah, there could be some new job prospects coming in. I feel like there's some teamwork or collaborations that could be coming in. An unexpected visitor at your door bringing in some sort of news or message. For some of you, you've dealt with somebody who's like a dictator or a tyrant. Somebody who's very aggressive, very cold, very abrasive, and they demand respect and authority. But that might not be what you want long term. I feel like what you're looking for in its place is a lot more nurturing. You want something that's new. You want something that offers security, somebody that would help you on your journey, somebody that can nurture those things within you as well to grow. And I feel like that is where you get the celebration. So embrace the change, because I feel like when it pertains to love, there is new love that's coming in for some of you. You could be celebrating a wedding, an anniversary. You could be celebrating kicking some really toxic cycles or bad habits to the curb. The Devil also indicates that, we're hiccups for confirmation big time. So we are kicking some of these really toxic cycles, people, addictions, codependency. We're breaking the chains, and we have to in order to ascend, to keep growing. So watch out for people who are jealous or spiteful that cause trouble. Guard your energy. Watch out for anything that is rearing its ugly head, whether it's temptation to backslide, whether it's something that you know isn't good for you, that you should have broken the cycle. It's time to grow. It's time to change. There is some sort of new love offer that's coming in. You have to decide whether it's good for you or whether it's not. But I do feel like this offers the forward progress and the balance that you crave. I feel like there is movement. You could be physically moving. There could be some sort of problem that you need to balance the polarities. Sometimes I feel like it's within ourselves, the light and the dark. I also feel like the Tower has to crumble, in order for us to get to this new beginning. Tower's out here out of both decks. So expect some big changes this week, but don't forget to rest and recover. I feel like some of you are finally getting out of survival mode. I feel like some of you are finally gonna, take a long awaited rest of I can finally fucking breathe again. And that's something that is incredible. So there are new beginnings, new projects coming in. We're birthing some new ideas and creative projects. I feel like there could also be some birth announcements coming in for you. And some of it you guys have manifested. So I feel like the life that you want is within reach. It's starting to become tangible, where it's real. You're pulling it out of the ethers in order to create something that you wanted to create. So allow it to come in. You have to energetically make the space. You have to resonate with that vibration for it to happen. And then once you do those things, you sit back and you know that the universe will take care of the rest. Shifting your perspective is going to be key to get there. Letting go of chaos and conflict and finding peace, and letting go of worry. The worry is what blocks your blessings. So we've got to let go of the fear and the worry. And we've got to work on healing. That's how we get to the good things. Shift your perspective. See that things can improve and that they will improve. And then you've got some options. Whoops. So we've got to decide which direction we want to go going forward. If you go down one path, we already kind of know it's self-destruct. If you go down another path, it's full of abundance and beautiful blessings. So what do you choose going forward? Which option is going to work best for you? You've got a choice to make. Make sure you think about it before you act. Have a great week.